Hey everyone, all right, so it is time for Full Face Friday. So today I'm going to show you how to create just a quick and easy bright eye look with a bold pink lip. I think this is a lot of fun, really for any time of year, but excuse me, especially moving into warmer weather. Some of us tend to, want to wear a little bit brighter colors. So that's what we're going to do today. So the first step, as always, is to just apply primer all over your face. The point of primer is to help fill in any fine lines, any wrinkles. This can help smooth out your face, your skin. And the other thing that it's going to do is it is going to set on top of your skin so that it's going to help prevent makeup from just soaking into your skin throughout the day. And that's going to make your makeup look nicer, longer throughout the day, a little bit more of a flawless look. So primer is super important. I actually never used to wear primer until about 3 years ago because I just didn't understand why you would do it. And so, so primer is definitely important. So we'll just get all of that spread on. This particular brand that I use, as you can see, it's just a clear primer. It has a really silky finish, so if you do ever have any a little bit left on your fingers, you can definitely run it through your hair to help calm any frizzies. So that's kind of a bonus to it. So, all right, so then the next thing we're gonna do, same thing as far as primer, we're gonna do an eye primer on our eyes. Same benefits. Now, the particular brand that I use that I just put on my face can be used on your eyelids as well. However, I do also like to use a separate eye primer sometimes because this one is just a little bit more of a tacky feel, so the makeup really sticks to it. Plus, primer makes your makeup a little bit more bold, and so it helps prevent creasing as well. So there's just tons of benefits to using primer, so if you're not using one, you should definitely check into that. All right, so if you're tuning in, whether it's live or on the replay, feel free to drop a comment and just say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I always love to see how far of a reach these videos get, so that's a great way for me to do that. So plus, I love interacting with you while you're on here. So today, in order to create this bright look, I'm going to go with some really pretty silvers because I'm also going to be using a white eyeliner. So I think that will look just really pretty together. So what I'm going to use, because these are, this is a pressed eyeshadow palette, so the powder is pressed, it's not loose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little angled shadow sponge brush here and just go ahead and apply that lightest color onto here. And I'm just going to go ahead and dab this on. So your first kind of official tip, other than the primer tips I gave, would be if you are dabbing something on, you'll create a more bold look versus swiping something on. By swiping it on, you thin it out, right, and you spread it. So if you are looking to create a little bit more of a dramatic look, go ahead and dab it on. Hey Maribel, thank you for tuning in from Omaha. I appreciate it. Anybody else that's just hopped on, if you want to drop a comment and let me know where you're tuning in from, I'd love to know who's watching and where you're at, so let me know. All right, next up, like I said, we want to keep this bright today. I don't want anything too bold. I want to keep this light, so I'm going to choose this matte shade here, and I'm going to use this end of my brush, and I am going to just add this as my crease color, but I'm also going to take it up just a little bit. So notice how I'm holding this right like this in the crease, okay? Then I'm going to go do the other side. And it's a nice thin brush, so if you don't have a large crease, it's still going to work for you and keep that right in there. Then what I like to do, because I do have more space between my crease and my eyebrows, I like to flip it like this, as opposed to this, and just help blend it just a little bit. Hey Sheila, she's tuning in from California. Awesome. Kathy's tuning in from Indiana. Hey Kathy, thanks for tuning in. All right, see, so that just blended that up very nicely. It's very subtle because again, we're just keeping this really light today. And bright, that's the other thing. We want bright today, okay? So actually, I'm even going to add a little bit of pop of this color here right in the middle of my eyelid. Just a little bit. And adding that bright shimmer color in the middle, see here? Is just going to give an extra little pop of brightness and color. So we'll do that on both eyes and just kind of make sure it's blended. And that's just right in the middle. And then you just make sure that, you know, it's blended nicely. See, that just gave a nice little extra pop there. All right, so I'm gonna hold off on doing anything up here until after I've done my foundation and my eyebrows. That is just a personal preference. Do it however you want. So next we're gonna do a little quick mascara here. I absolutely love this mascara because I already have longer eyelashes, but they're not super long and they're not very thick. So this mascara definitely helps me get the length and the fullness that I like. And then I've got a little mirror over on the side here too. So you can still see what I'm doing and you can see how quick and easy this stuff goes on. The other awesome benefit to this is that it is it's water resistant, which means you know, if you sweat or you have allergies or you cry or heck, even if you go to the pool and you're wearing this, I mean, unless you're vigorously rubbing your eyes, it's not going to come off. A lot of times on Thursdays, because I'll do my Thursday chat videos, and then Thursday night I will go and run with the running group down at the brewery. And a lot of times, you know, when I'm done and it's, you know, 80-some degrees outside, I'm a sweaty mess. And I've got my makeup done, right, because I did a video earlier in the day. And this stuff doesn't run. No raccoon eyes for this sweaty girl. So you can see the difference now. And I'm going to come back and do another layer of the gel, but you can just see the difference that makes from one eye to the next. So huge difference there. I'll even pause after I do the gel on this eye too so you can see. So the process is to apply the gel, then apply fibers, and then you're going to do another coat of the gel. That final coat of the gel does help the fibers to stay on better, so you definitely want to make sure that you do that. Otherwise, the fibers are going to be flaking off onto your face all day, and that's not a good look. So get this on. Make sure you're getting it all the way through to the tips. The more you focus on the tips of your eyelashes, you know, way up here, the longer your eyelashes are going to be, because you're getting more of that gel up there. And the gel is just very similar to a mascara, just so you can kind of understand like what the texture is like. So even just check this out. This is gel only, and this is gel and fibers. See the difference? I mean, just pretend if this were just like a regular mascara. So super cool. I love it. I'll go ahead and add some fibers here now, just so you guys can see it up close. Now, I prefer to apply my fibers about halfway on my eyelashes and then up through the tips. I personally don't like to get the fibers too close to my eyes, my eyeball, because I just feel like I can feel it. It doesn't irritate my eyes. I wear contacts, so even if I do get a fiber in my eye, it's not going to irritate my eyes at all. So no worries there. So we've got some new people that have hopped on. Hello, hello. Go ahead and drop me a comment. Tell me where you're tuning in from so I can say hi to you. I always like to let people, you know, have the opportunity to do that because I love to see where everybody's tuning in from. Hey, Trisha, thank you. Appreciate that. I've done several different colors now, but I think that the purple might be my favorite. See, so we're just doing another quick coat of the gel to help seal on those fibers. And Trisha is in Louisiana. Okay, hey, awesome. I'm in Alabama, so you aren't terribly far from me. How close is it Homa? Huma? How do you say that? Can you spell that out like how you pronounce it? I'm curious how close that is to New Orleans. I will be in New Orleans this summer in August. So I'm just kind of curious because I'm not too familiar. I've never been to Louisiana ever. Nope, not that far. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so got our mascara on. And see how awesome that looks. I got a little dot right there. There we go. Okay. So next up, now I'm going to do my foundation. So I've been using my self tanner spray on my face. And so I'm a little bit darker right now. So I think what I'm going to do today for my foundation color actually is I am going to use, I'm going to mix a couple colors, but mostly I'm going to wear this color called Satin. It's, I think that's going to be a good fit for me and not too dark. So I'll mostly use that, shake it up, make sure everything's blended well before I use it here. And what I like to do with the foundation is to use a brush for it. Okay, Trisha says she's about 45 minutes from New Orleans, so that's very cool. I think I'm just about at the end of my foundation here. I am, because time to open a new bottle, but not right now. Okay, let me just get the rest of this out of here. Maybe wipe off some of this. I've been knowing that I was running out. I just, you try to get every last drop out if you can, right? So what I like to do with this, this foundation brush, you see has a little well in the middle. I love that because it makes it so much easier to apply, and it does help you kind of control the amount of foundation you're getting out and on your face, so that's awesome. Hey Susan, how are you? Susan's in Illinois. Thank you so much. I do like the purple. It is fun. Thank you, Kathy, as well. I like the purple. It's good. And it's not too bright, right? I mean, it is, but it's not like totally out of the realm. Okay, so your next tip is to apply your foundation straight down your face and then blend out from there. What that's going to do is as you're blending, it's going to get a little bit thinner the further out you go, right? So that helps you create a more natural look, and it helps you to not get a bunch of makeup like in your hairline or too much on the jawline where it's not blending well. So your next tip for you actually is to make sure that when you are color matching, if you're in person, if you need a color match quiz, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments and let me know, and I'll send you a color match quiz that can help you figure out like your undertones and help match you for some colors, because it just makes it a lot easier. But if you're in person, you can go ahead and try the color and match it to your neck. A lot of people, myself included, used to match it like on your wrist or on your face. That is actually not a good idea, because if you go back and look at probably some older pictures of yours, you may be looking at them and thinking, oh my gosh, my face is so light. And while that may be true, a lot of times, and for me too, my face is just lighter than the rest of my body. And especially now that I've started using my self tanner on my my whole body, I got to make sure I keep my face dark enough. But if my face is too light, it will make me look washed out. So you want to match to your neck, because then everything flows very well. So as you can see today, I've matched to my neck. It all looks very nice and flows evenly. So, okay, Trisha, when we're done, I will message you with a little quiz you can take for that. Okay, if anybody else needs a color match quiz, just drop a 1 in the comments and I'll message you after the video. That'll help, like I said, it'll help you figure out what colors to use and what your undertones are. So that will be beneficial. Okay, next up, we're going to do just a quick eyebrow look today. I'm still growing them out. I haven't decided where I'm going to go to get them reshaped. I just haven't heard of a lot of places where I live. I've heard that the brow bar at Ulta is really good and they're like super thorough. So I've heard of that, but I don't know where else. So we're just going to do a quick fill in here. Now the benefit, and I'll show you here before I do the other eye, or eyebrow I should say, to filling in your brows. 1, it gives you a more complete look. But 2, especially if you're somebody with lighter eyebrows, it makes you look younger if you have a filled in brow. And it doesn't need to be anything like crazy. When you're filling in, you're essentially just kind of filling in your natural shape. Okay, see? So, filled in brow side, not filled in. filled in, not filled in. So you can see the difference here, that it really does make a difference, you know, to fill them in. Oh, hey, Trisha. So I am actually going to a convention down there. And then I don't know what else. I'm going to stay an extra day or two just because I've never been there to New Orleans. So please, by all means, if you have some suggestions on like kind of like must do things, there's going to be 3 days where I am literally going to be at the convention and the hotel room. Like that's it. Like it's an all day thing. So, but like I said, I'm going to get down there at least a day early and then probably stay a little later. And so, yeah, so I'll definitely be looking for other things to do. So I know there's, I just blanked on the name of the main road in New Orleans, but Bourbon Street, right? I think so. I hear that's like the place to be. And yeah, so any other suggestions, I'm definitely open to hearing. Okay, so next up, I'm going to add some white eyeliner to my lower waterline. So the benefit of using white eyeliner on your lower lash line or like the waterline is that it's going to make your eyes look bigger and brighter. So take a look here with the white eyeliner on this waterline and nothing on this one. So it just kind of brightens up your eye a little bit, makes your, you know, eye look a little bit brighter, more open. So I'll add it over here. Other ways you can use white eyeliner, you can use this as like your base on your eyelid or even on your lips, for example. So if I wanted to color my whole eyelid before I did my eyeshadow, that would then, when I was putting on my eyeshadow, that would make it much brighter, right? Because instead of being on like my skin tone, it would be on white. So that would make it brighter. Same with a lipstick. You could definitely put white eyeliner all over your lips and then put your lip color on. You can also add white eyeliner like right in here. Just very lightly. See? A little extra pop of color there. And another way you can use it would even be to use it up here if you need it, like if you're short on color, for example, like if for an eyeshadow, just use it right up there. Just make sure you always blend it, okay? Yeah, Trisha, I've heard it can be a little rough in that area over on Bourbon Street, but I would definitely be careful and not stay out too late. Let's see. Crystal, where do you get the brushes you use? I love the foundation brush and the two-sided eyeshadow brush. Thank you. When I'm done with the video, I will send you a message and let you know. Sheila says, go eat at Acme Oyster House and Mother's. Okay. I have, now that I live in Alabama, I've lived here 2 years now. I'm actually venturing out a little bit more into seafood. I'm still not a huge fan of anything too fishy. And shrimp is weird for me unless it's like fried shrimp or coconut fried shrimp. I'm probably not going to eat it. It's a texture thing. However, I will eat oysters. And I know a lot of people have an issue with that texture. So, whatever. But I'm definitely up for trying new things. So, okay. So another tip for you when you're using any brush, right, is to tap the brush off if you get too much versus blowing, in the brushes. I am guilty of blowing in the brushes. I used to do it all the time. And really it's bad because your mouth has bacteria in it. It just does. Good and bad bacteria. But you don't want to be spreading that into your brushes. Okay, so as you can see, I purposefully put on too much blush. So don't worry, because I want to show you something real quick. And I forgot to get this out, but I'm going to show you. I like to use setting powder, right? Setting powder helps set your makeup, and it kind of creates this really nice blurring vision, like blurred look to make your makeup and your face look softer. But should you ever find that you put too much blush on or too much eyeshadow on or anything like that, you can very, very easily blend that out with setting powder. So not only does it set the makeup, it's great for blending. So I just want to show you, so I put a little bit extra in or on just to kind of show you. So I'm going to get my blending brush here that I'm using, and I love this brush. And I like this setting powder because this particular one, I'm trying to hold this so you can see, is like a little net. So you don't have to like tap this out onto anything. you just tap your brush right in it, get your setting powder, and boom. Okay, so watch this. I'm just going right around the edges, and then if I need to, a little on top with the setting powder, and look how nicely that's blending that out. And this is a translucent setting powder, so it's not going to change, any of the color on your face. But look what I did here. See this side here? Too much blush, not blended right. Add a little of the blending and the setting powder, and boom. Nice soft look. So like I said, you can use that for anything you get too much of on your face. Let's see here. Get myself a hand grenade. Hey, I may have to. I've heard those are awesome. Trisha, I live over in the, what side of the state am I? Northwest corner. I'm actually super close to Tennessee, like 15 minutes from the border to Tennessee. So lived here for 2 years. Beforehand, I lived in Nebraska for about 3.5 years. Before that, I was born and raised in Illinois. Lived there my whole life for the most part. Okay, so now you've got some nice blush on. It's nice and soft. You got to blend it down using the setting powder. And so next is the bold lip. So I gave the option to kind of vote on a bold lip today. If you would rather see a red or a pink, and the pink was the winner. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to use some lip stain. Now this lip stain shade is like a hot pink. And what I'm gonna do, and if anybody wants to see this, drop like the little lipstick emoji in the comments and I'll send it to you. But the other day I did a blog post on 8 different ways to use a lip liner. So one of the tips in there is actually to put your lip product on first. So that's what I'm going to do. So give me a moment while I do this. It's hard to talk and do that at the same time. Okay, so got my lip product on, okay? Now the benefit to doing the lips first, the lip product versus the lip liner, is that now you can see where you need to apply the lip liner. Because what happens if you apply your liner first, you can tend to get a more bold look, which is okay if that's what you're going for. But if you want a little bit softer of a look, you actually want to apply the lip product first and then the lip liner. So yes, if you want me to message you the lip liner tips, just drop the little lipstick emoji in the comments. And if you don't have one or don't know where to find that, just drop a 2 in the comments and I will message you afterwards. Okay, so next up, here's a tip. Make an X using your little Cupid's bow. That's going to help you get a nicer point, if you will. And then bring that down the sides. And then like I said, on the bottom now, you can see almost exactly where you need to be putting your lip liner. And for some people, this may mean that you're actually giving yourself a little bit more of a plump lip look, which if you're okay with that, great. All right, so almost done. I find that using small, short strokes makes it a little bit easier to control. And if you don't have the shade to match your lip product, that's okay. If you have a nude shade, that works as well, and that also makes your lips look more plump. So that's something you can do. Okay, so there is our lip color. A nice bold pink. And then for a little bit of flair, I am going to add in a little gold. This is an eyeliner. And we're just going to pop in a little bit of these. Kind of like right in the middle. For just a soft look for just a little extra, little zip of color, a little zip of pizzazz, whatever you want to call it. See? Just an extra little pop for fun. So yeah, so I think that is it for today's makeup look. So quick and easy. Some of my favorite things, like I said, are the mascara, the white eyeliner. That's stuff that, really anybody can use. Blush, I love using blush, and just because I did a nice light look today, we're not highlighting and contouring and doing all that stuff today. So yeah, so this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me in a private message or drop it in the comments here. I greatly appreciate it. And Kayla, thank you very much. I will shoot you a message here in just a moment. All right, talk to everyone later. Bye.